What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the community garden. As you can see there, well, maybe. As you can see, there is growth everywhere. So, love seeing the garden this time of year. Got some squirrels playing over there too. All right, so let's get right into it. First of all, before I do anything, I'm gonna say that I'll let you guys know that I went ahead and put down the weed block on either side. I ran out, so I haven't been able to put it in the or in between the rows, but that tomorrow I should be able to do that on Saturday, and I'll continue this probably until the end over here. I also have these little guys that I picked up. The tomato plants, there's 3 of them. There's 1, 2, and 3, and then that's a basil plant. Each one of the tomato plants was $1 at my local hardware store, and then the basil plant was $3. So super good deal there. Really excited to get those. I'm just probably gonna put them all in one larger pot on the ooh, that's a big old spider. I don't know what kind of spider that is. Ooh, he's a big one. Goodness, got all kinds of wildlife out here. All right, without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, we've got even more growth on these guys. Let's see if I can turn this down just a little bit. There we go. Make it a little bit more viewable for you. As you can see, oh, that's the first little bit of a husk, it feels like. Maybe it's just another one of these leaves. They all kind of feel the same. But as you can see, we have seed pod, one after another, or not seed pod, well, maybe like flower. So super excited to see that. The tassels should be coming in fairly soon, but really excited to see that. So there's those. I apologize, I'm a little out of breath. Doesn't look like I've done much, but there's one of the piles that I've was ripping all the grass out because I'm gonna do the weed block in the morning. So I already have it and everything. I'm ready to go. Just get up and then get it done before it gets hot. But let's go ahead and move on. Oh, actually, I don't think we hit the peas. Peas are over here. They have actually started to. They're kind of hard to see in the shade, but I don't know if you can see this guy. He's over here. He's kind of. Let's see if we can turn this up a little bit now. There. Maybe a little too much. All right. So as you can see, pea plants are already kind of spiraling around the lower limbs. There's still one of them that's connected over here, but not by much. Let's go ahead and move it on over to the cabbage. Cabbages are doing pretty good. We've got 2 of them that are bulbing up pretty well. This one, little bit behind. It's probably getting sap for nutrients from these 2 big guys. Tried some DE, so we'll see. That was a day or 2 ago, so we will see what that does. Thanks for that tip, Jan. Appreciate that. Let's move on to the cucumbers. So as you can see, I'll try to give you like a side view. He's just wrapping around everywhere. We got a cucumber right there. We got one right there. You can kind of see. You guys might be able to see a lot better than I can. It's very sunny out here, which is good. We love that. But we got some more over here. Lots of flowers, and they're just what we're kind of expecting. There are our pollinators. I don't know if you can see that ant on there, but we have tons and tons of ants that are just doing the work. So super excited to see that. I will say, however, there's another one down there. You can kind of see a little bit. Yeah. So let me get this guy out. That's not a, oh, that's part of the, I almost pulled that out. That's part of the watermelon, actually. So let's walk back around. But we actually have had, you can see a few of these signs. There's one there, there's one back there, one over there, and then one right by the entrance as well. We've had some people coming in and taking produce, so I think I've lost almost, I think last time I had probably 5 or 6 cucumber starts, and now I have probably 3 or 4. Again, those have come in though. So I came in 2 or 3 days ago, and the cucumbers that were getting like 1 to 2 inches long were all taken. They were pretty high up too, so I don't think it was a rabbit. We've had other people saying that their garlic's been stolen, and several people have had tomatoes taken. So they also kind of broke a few of the branches. It's already grown back well enough, so that's totally okay. But would have just been nice to not have food stolen off the plant, but we'll see. They're gonna have a fence built pretty soon, I believe, just to keep that out, as well as some of the bigger pests. But let's move on to the cucumber, or the watermelon, I'm sorry. We got one bud right there, we got one bud right there, bud there. There's just buds everywhere. I'm not entirely sure how watermelons, if each bud is going to turn into a watermelon, or if there's like a sequence that it goes that's like male female kind of thing, so that each one has one to pollinate. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm excited to see these guys pop open. It's gonna be really nice. So these guys just need some water. All right, and here are the peppers. Took off some of the little sunspots and all that kind of stuff. These guys just need a good watering right now, but they're not looking too bad. We've got 2 peppers on here actually already. Let's see if you can see that. It's a little bit hard to see. Not sure if you guys can see that. Let's turn this up a little bit. Yeah, so there's a few in there. And we got more flowers on this one, as well as flowers on these guys as well. So excited to see what the peppers do. Hopefully they should be pretty productive here really soon. As for the other peppers, I believe this is the Cayenne and this is the Anaheim. I'm going to kind of give up on the Cayenne because I don't see any in there, and if there were any in there, I pulled them. As for the Anaheim, we've got 2 decent sized ones, and this, I believe that's just a weed. Yeah, that's just a weed, never mind. So we've just got two of them. So we'll make sure to put weed block around those guys, but I'm probably just gonna put it over that entire section right there for those guys. Let's move on to our beefsteak tomatoes. So I went ahead and trimmed a lot of the bottom foliage so that way it'd be a little bit less susceptible to fungal growth and disease. But as you can see, they're looking pretty good. Not too bad. So we'll keep those there, and move on to these cherry tomatoes. Let me get that off of that stuff. So we got some little heads right there. Got a little guy behind there. For some reason I thought there were 3 of these, but there are only 2. One of them is just so much larger. I think I initially thought it was 2, but those are doing pretty good. And we've got our monster. He is just getting really big, putting off enormous amounts of little bud sites, flowers. Love it. So we'll move down into here so you guys can see. So there's our 2 guys. There's 2 right there, and then we have 1 right in there. So not as many as I was expecting. I'm probably going to prune back a lot of this foliage, just because I think they might be now at the point where they need more nutrients to the actual fruit rather than the flowers. So we'll go ahead and prune that guy up tomorrow when we come out. But it's been a long day, so I'm going to go home probably pretty soon. Turn this back so it doesn't look so washed out. There we go. We have our lettuce down here. Not doing too bad. It's all pretty much one big bush now, and once I water this, probably tomorrow morning, I'll probably take the first harvest of this. Just take some of these nice big outer leaves and let everything else fill in. As for our butter crunch lettuce, again, yeah, nothing there. The kale is looking a lot better. I'm not sure what happened, but they're both looking a lot better, so I'm excited for that. The one in the back still eating up pretty bad, but as long as they just go for 1 and leave 2 of them good, hey, that's totally fine by me. And we've got our beets. Can't really see much in there. Let's see. Yeah, nothing too big yet. There's a little bit right there. A little bit in there. Yep, actually there's one right there. Not big enough to eat yet, but one right in there. So they're getting there. Patience is the key with these guys, because they don't grow nearly as fast as I would have expected based on the radish's growth. Then again, radish is in a whole other world as far as growth cycle goes, because that was just incredibly fast. You can see our thyme, again, needs a good watering as well, like everything else, but still doing pretty good, so happy to see that. This guy's finally starting to really bush out, develop some lower limbs as well, or lower growth. You can see there's some growth right there, just awesome. Our purple basil is just now starting to split. I think I showed you guys last time the two heads, but now they are right here, so that's done pretty well in the past week. Again, we'll see how big it gets, but as long as I keep doing that every probably week or so, I think it's gonna get pretty big. As for these are gonna be hard to find actually. Okay, here's one. Got one right here, and that means the other one's probably, yep, right there. So one right there as well. These guys, I think it should be probably 3 to 4 weeks, if not longer, until we see any kind of growth on them. But again, we will watch out for that. Those will be kind of in dormancy until that. But so far, this is what we're looking at. Not too bad from when we first started. I mean, I know there's way too much grass in here, and we'd have probably a lot better harvest and yields if it was all gone. So we're gonna try to get that, at least long-term solution. We're gonna try to get it situated tomorrow. It will take longer for all the grass to die out and everything, but as long as it's just like a few of the roots, I'm gonna try to get the majority of it out. But again, we'll see what happens. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you got anything to say, comments are down below. Let me know. And with that being said, have a great day. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.